Hello, everyone, and welcome to Health Law Talk presented by Shahardi Sherman Williams. Before we get started, please be sure to subscribe to our podcast and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, linked in the description below. We hope you enjoy this episode. Good morning, everyone. This is Rory, Bellina and Conrad Meyer with this special Thanksgiving episode of Health Law Talk. Conrad, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Rory. Appreciate that.
All right, so it's Thanksgiving week, and we thought we would do a quick little special episode on things we're thankful for, some things healthcare and law related, maybe some other things. But it's been a crazy busy year. It seems that typically at the end of the year, pre-COVID. At the end of the year, at least for us, deals are usually ramping up or it's dead silent and no one's doing anything until the beginning of the year. But right now, I mean, we did an episode last week on the CMS healthcare mandate. We did one the prior week on private employers, and there's tons of litigation going on this, and so it's been a busy end to 2021. Looking forward to 2022, but we thought we would do this little episode and just talk about things we've been thankful for in the healthcare and legal world. And Connor, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, I think I agree with you 100% that this has been a crazy year. Actually, it's been a crazy almost 2 years.
A very fast year.
Fast year from a lot of different legal perspectives in the health law world. And, with all the mandates and things like that, COVID related. I mean, if I have to hear another COVID CLE, I think I'm going to pull my hair out. But the good thing is that the mandates have offered us a lot of content. I mean, I can give you that.
Yep.
So I'm thankful for the fact that we work in an industry that constantly changes. It's never the same. It's huge. It's 1/5 of our GDP. And so I'm very thankful for the fact that we have the ability, the knowledge and so forth to be able to listen and tackle these topics, especially in a year like this.
Yeah, I think to segue on that, I'm thankful that, COVID for, as many of thousands or millions of people as it's affected, killed, it's pretty much touched everyone across the world. But I'm thankful from a healthcare and legal side that it's really kind of accelerated our area, our field insofar as it's really
that's a good point.
Cut the red tape, for lack of a better expression, and accelerated. We've had guests on that have talked about pretty much all of our guests. We've asked them how COVID has affected their practice, and a lot of them will say, obviously, the negatives of it and those kind of things. But a lot of them will also say, it was so great to be able to see somebody through FaceTime and they didn't have to come and wait. Or it was so great to have
So that would be the number one, though, right, Rory? We think the telemedicine would be
I think that is huge. I think the overall, the thing that I'm thankful for is that COVID, for as bad as it's been, has really kind of sped forward and pushed the government to kind of cut through those barriers. And now we've gotten a lot of innovation. We've never had a drug approved this fast. We've got telemedicine that's now so much more accessible to other people. We've got facilities that are able to pay for and do things that they weren't allowed to do for before. I think there's been some good. So I'm thankful that, I'm thankful and hopeful that a lot of these changes will stay.
I mean, I hope so. I mean, I think kind of like you said, once you open that door, it's hard to close it. The toothpaste is out. You can't put it back in the bottle. People have seen the advancements of telemedicine, what it can do, the access it can give. I mean, we have a lot of guests on our show who talked about that in terms of the access, the increased access that telemedicine has done for them, their practice, and their patients. So I 100% agree with you because I remember before COVID, pre-COVID, and all the telemedicine talk, there was so much discussion on distance site, on reimbursement, on what technology was needed, what encryption was needed. And literally, and I remember we talked about this, a year and a half ago when COVID first started and we saw the emergency orders, they cut the red tape in a week, in less than a week.
And it was gone.
It was gone.
And so many people have benefited from it.
And it shows you what they can do. That's what the frustrating thing is. Like, you know what? When you put your mind to it, you can really get through a lot of mess.
And I think a lot of the administrations and regulators sat down and saw some of these we don't need. Some of this is overbearing. Now we might go back to some of that. But I think that it's been really good changes. The other thing that I'm thankful for, no matter where you stand on the vaccine, but I am thankful that we do have a vaccine. And I think that, and the reason why I'm thankful for it is because it gives people an option to get the vaccine or not. I think there were a lot of people that were, scared or concerned that we would be wearing masks or we would be inside, indefinitely until there was a vaccine. So I'm thankful that we do have a vaccine and that it seemed to have helped people, and it gives people another option to kind of get through this, whether they choose to get it or not. At least it's an option out there.
Well, what it shows is, right, and I get it, there's a ton of money involved, and I'm sure that really helps.
Sure.
But it shows you how the country and the world, right, can come together on that front and create a vaccine that normally would take 5, 10, 15 years in a year. Now, mind you, they had a good basis to work from on the SARS vaccine or the SARS-CoV vaccine. So, because they've been working on it frequently, but they were able to quickly take that research and put it together very quickly and get something out. I think at warp speed, that's something we've never done before.
Yep.
And look at all the sequela from that. Now we've got the I think we have the EUA on the pill, correct?
Yes. Yeah, there's a pill coming.
That's a therapeutic, though. Am I correct?
Correct. That is correct.
So think about that.
Yep.
I mean, regardless, I mean, a lot of money involved, no doubt, but the speed at which this is done tells me how fast that our biomed tech programs can work together to come and save millions of lives.
Yep. I think it really shows that, if we need to get something done, it can be done. We can cut through that red tape and get through it.
Regardless of what position you are. I mean, I know we have a lot of anti-vaxxers. We have a lot of conspiracy theorists. I hear what they're saying. But just to see the speed at which this was done, regardless of what position you're on, tells me that we have a lot of hope for future things coming to us in the years to come.
And to kind of piggyback on that, another thing that I'm thankful for and is that we are having these discussions. And I'm honestly thankful that we've got these different mandates in place and these different, requirements, but I'm thankful that there are people and institutions that are, forcing us to take another look at it. And honestly, that some of these are being challenged, because I'm thankful that we're taking the time and we're not rushing to something, although these various mandates have been pushed out. I'm thankful that there are people that are willing to challenge it and look at it and think of the broader implications, because it does a lot go back to personal choices and personal freedoms. And I think it's important that we have a balance on both sides.
Yeah, I agree. I do. On a personal note, are you getting ready for your Turkey Day next week?
I'm ready. I'm getting ready. We're recording this. We're recording this a week before, but we're going to release it Thanksgiving week. But yeah, I'm thankful that last year was a much limited year for our Thanksgiving. I typically have a lot of friends and relatives come over. Last year was a fraction of who usually comes over.
But this year you're going to have a full family visit?
This year is the full slate, and it's going to be fun. And I'm very thankful for that, because my wife comes from a very big family. Hopefully none of them are listening. They come from a very big family, so going to those Thanksgiving events was overwhelming. It's a lot of people, a lot of noise, which I'm not a huge fan of, a lot of noise. So going to those wasn't something I always looked forward to. I really hope they're not listening now. But now I am. Because I haven't seen these people in, I guess it'd be 2 years now. Right. And I think it's, every event that we get to do like this is just more and more a sense of normalcy in the pre-COVID world. So I'm very thankful for that.
Are you cooking?
I am cooking.
What are you
cooking. I'm in charge of the turkeys. I get to wake up.
They put a turkey in charge of the turkeys.
I'm in charge of 2 turkeys, so I get to wake up early and smoke 2 birds. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And that's another thing, is that last year we didn't have enough people, so I think they ordered from a restaurant or something. It just wasn't the same, because I'm used to waking up early and cooking the turkey and going over there, and it's chaotic and it's fun. And I honestly didn't miss that last year. So what about you? What are your plans for kind of the end of the year? And what are you thankful for? I'm sure you're thankful you got a new dog.
Yes.
You have to be thankful for your new dog, right?
Yes. Santa blessed the house with a new 3-year-old golden doodle, and Winnie. Okay.
Okay.
And so Winnie is enjoying the house, and I'm very happy for
Good.
that. And this year, actually, it's a first for my personal family, because we are hosting the entire family at our house.
Wow.
So we're the hosts, which has never happened before for a Thanksgiving. So we have a huge monumental task. So I have got the smoked turkey going.
Right.
I'll be brining and spatchcocking and
Right.
doing it on my Traeger. So I'm very happy for that.
Right.
And then we're having, gee Lord, I mean, we're having 25 people at the house or more, and so I'm waiting for that chaos that morning.
Right.
But you know what though, I'm with you on this. I mean, as much as I like to sit down and relax from, because we work very stressful jobs, in terms of the deals we do and the issues we face. And so a lot of times you want to check out and relax. But I'm with you. Last year was sort of
it was boring.
It was boring, right? Nobody was doing anything.
You're watching football on TV. There's no one in the stands.
No one in the stands. No one came to the house. There was where I caught COVID, and I get it. I get it.
No one was getting. My wife's a big shopper. She didn't go out shopping on Black Friday, which is a huge thing. Although she doesn't need to, all that's taken care of. She just likes to do it just to do it, and it's like the kickoff to the holiday season.
So we're happy with that. So in other words, I'm looking forward to the chaos, right, of Thanksgiving Day.
Sure, and I'm sure you're happy, you're thankful. I'm sure your wife is thankful. If our listeners don't know, she's an ER physician. They've got to be. You're thankful. Your wife has to be thankful that things, at least in Louisiana, are slowing down or ramping down. It looks like we're coming out of this.
The COVID numbers look great.
She's got to be thankful for that.
Yeah, the COVID numbers look great, and honestly, from discussions, what she sees on the front lines, people who are getting COVID, right, and getting sick are people who, like you would expect, to get sick,
right?
With their pre-existing conditions and so forth. So, but she's seeing less and less and less of that. So, again, I agree with you. I think we're coming out of the fog, right? So we're looking forward to it. I think Thanksgiving is going to be a fantastic day full of you don't diet on Thanksgiving week.
No, you don't.
Nope,
you don't.
Can't do it. Not going to happen.
And I will say, I am thankful to wrap up my list of thankfulness. I'm thankful that all three of my kids have been in school all year in person.
Isn't that great?
Very thankful for that. The real heroes of this pandemic were the teachers, not to slight from the healthcare workers, but being at home with my kids during that time with the virtual learning,
was that tough?
That was not fun. So teachers definitely don't get paid enough. They don't get enough credit. So I'm very thankful that my kid's school has stayed open in person.
To show my appreciation for teachers, we're having a teacher appreciation on Friday. That's tomorrow. This is the week before Thanksgiving. So I am cooking, 10 pounds of shrimp remoulade for them.
And you're going to bring some to me at the firm.
Really? Wait. I'll bring some to
you. Thank you.
So I'm showing my appreciation because we have tomorrow, and I just learned this is the teacher appreciation day at my daughter's school. So it's a big deal. I mean, I didn't realize how big of a deal because my wife's a room mother now, but it is we're talking about a major, major deal. We're not talking about like coffee and donuts for the teachers that morning. We're talking about a major spread. A major spread. We're talking all kinds of food, catering, things like that.
And they deserve it.
They deserve it. Absolutely, they deserve it.
So, I think we have a lot to be thankful for. Looking forward to 2022. My big things are, we continue on the downward trend. We come out of COVID. The United States and other countries obviously come out of COVID. And I'm looking forward to some of these changes sticking around. Like I said, telemedicine is probably the biggest one.
Right.
Access to care has been really big. And I'm thankful that we've been able to function, pretty normally this year, I would say, with some hiccups, but overall it's been a fast year. It's been a fun year. I think we're going to see some fireworks with the Supreme Court on all these testing and vaccine mandates.
That will be interesting.
Which again, I enjoy. I enjoy seeing kind of the battle back across. No matter what side you're on, I think everyone needs to be thankful that we as a nation care enough about this on both sides that we're going through this and we're not in a place where we're it's just kind of one way or the highway.
One thing that I'm thankful and hopeful for 2022 is I want people across the country and all over the world to be able to start to live a normal life.
I agree with that.
Come out of this, and hopefully get to a place where we're all getting back to the normalcy, or if you want, whatever you want to call it, way of life, that they can enjoy their family, their friends. No one's locked up. That's what I'm hopeful for 2022.
I couldn't say it any better. So this has been a quick little episode. We'll be back next week with a more substantive episode, definitely. Absolutely. But we thought this would be a fun one to do on this Thanksgiving week when y'all are listening to it. And please, if you have any requests, questions, comments, concerns, if you want us to talk about something specific, we'd love to do it. We're continuing to get in guests. So I'll leave it with that, Conrad.
Yeah, and to echo that, so leave your comments on Anchor for us. We absolutely read them. We like them, and we want everyone to be a part of the show. So this is not just the Rory and Conrad show; it's the everyone show. So with that, everyone, please enjoy your families, your friends, your kids through this Thanksgiving holiday, and we'll catch you next week.
All right, thank you. Thank you for listening to Health Law Talk presented by Shahardy Sherman Williams. For more information or to contact us, please visit our website linked in the description below. Also, please be sure to subscribe to our podcast and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube linked in the description below. Thank you for listening.